Shemai and welcome to WWG. Today is I'm going to show you a bit about Bocage. Our Bocage, we're on a massive release, a new release with some new kits coming out. Obviously because of June the 6th, the 75-year anniversary of D-Day. So we're re-releasing some of our old stuff and we've got some new stuff coming out as well. So I'm going to do a little bit of a painter's tip as we go along. We've got a new kit coming out, the painting set for Bocage, which comes with 3 brushes and the paints ready to, on all the paints ready to go, which I'll be using in this video. Yeah, our resins, they come grey. I've already primed this in black. Yeah, ready to go. Obviously, or just any black primer would be great. And then we'll start the stages from there. Right. Okay. So we've got the Bocage pieces sprayed in black already, black primered. Like I said, they come in grey, so I'll give them a wash in soapy water to get any of the residue off. Let them dry, get them dried up with a paper towel or something like that, and then give them a good spray with black primer like we've done here. Just a little bit on the Bocage itself. This is our small kit. Yeah, so it comes with the 2 corners and the 2 small straights. It comes with some foliage as well, which I'll add on later onto one of these videos. Yeah, some tree stumps. Bocage, as everybody knows, is a Normandy battle that went down the Battle of Bocage. I mean, it's used widely within the bolt action games and any other games that's out there. I'm not talking about the games. I'm going to talk about the pieces, and I'm going to start painting them now. So we've got, like I said, we've got them primed up. So using our kit, now we've got all in here is the paint brushes and the paint that I'm going to use to bring these up to life. And then after that, then I'll show you then how to add the foliage. Okay, so the first base colour that we're going to use is the chocolate brown from Vallejo. Yeah, as usual, give them a good shake up. Dab down on your slate or your tile. I've just got a normal old kitchen tile. And yeah, let's move some of the brushes. So the first brush I'm going to use is the number 6 that we've got. Yeah, nice big tip. I always dip it in the water first and then dry it off a little bit. Grab one of the pieces and literally just go for it. Everything will be chocolate brown for start off with. Even go over the stones. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's still going to give it depth. So just get in there. You're not painting a Van Gogh, so just literally whack it on as much as you can. Cover the whole thing. Yeah, don't worry if you don't get all the black out as well. Again, it adds to depth. And there they are, chocolate brown base colour. We've got to wait for this lot to dry anyway. So while we're waiting for that dry, we're going to have a cup of coffee. So moving on to our next stage, the second stage, I'm using here English uniform, right, to lighten up the certain areas. This is not a highlight. This is just give it a bit more depth now, just a second colour just to add it up. Now, if you're a bit impatient like myself, you can dry the first coat and the second coat with a hairdryer. All I'm saying is that it is resin, it will go soft, and these big sticky outy bits will start to wobble. Don't worry about it, just make sure that you just bend it back into the right place and let it cool down. It should be fine. Right, so moving on, give it a good shake as we do. Put a dab on. Your brush. Start brushing on. Again, all you're doing now is just picking out some of the detail. You're not going to go full on like you did with the chocolate brown. Yeah, it's sort of like it's a bit like dry brushing, only your brush is a little bit wetter with the paint. Okay, so just pick out the detail. Yeah, work around the stone detail now, because you don't really want a lighter colour on that, because we're going to be using a grey in that. So pick the tree roots out, come up on the tree, try and pick the top of the tree roots out. Again, be slapdash. Again, you're not creating a masterpiece. This is Bocage, and you are going to be covering it with some foliage as well, so you just want to highlight the detail out that little bit more to make it look a bit more attractive on your board. Okay, so that's the last piece done. That's we'll put it all second coated up, lovely. So again, it's time for wait that to dry. Another cup of coffee or a cup of tea and a chocolate digestive, and away to go on for the next stage. Okay, so hopefully everything's dried and you enjoyed your cup of coffee. Now let's come back to the detailing stage. Yeah? This is now the dry brushing stage that we're going to do. But we're going to use a highlighter of bone white. It really picks up all the detail when you do it, when you dry brush it over. However, the last time I did a video was about over 2 years ago, and obviously I've grown older. I need glasses, and the first time ever I'm putting glasses on onto a film. So you're quite welcome to comment and take the mickey. Right, okay. So dry brushing. Keep your brush nice and dry. Put it into the paint, and then take it off onto a sheet. You're only going to start picking up the colours, and I start off with the roots. So the roots in there, I start picking them little highlights up, and the tree. So if you do the low detail down the bottom first, and any sticking out bits, because you're going to cover most of that with foliage anyway. So it's up to you really how far you want to go with your dry brushing. I do like the detail, so I try to pick as much out as I can. And again, if you make a mistake, a big mistake, like a blob of paint or something like that, don't worry about it on the top, because you're going to cover it with foliage anyway. So the detail's been picked out on the trees and all the wood areas. So what we're going to move on to now is the stones. So first of all, we're going to use a neutral grey. Okay, so again, give it a good old mix up. And again, we're picking out the stone side of it now, all the hard areas. Again, it's fine detail, so I need my glasses again, and I'm sure there's a few of you out there who's going to take the mickey out of me, but hey, that's part and parcel of it. Great. So give it a good old shake. Again, this is a base colour of the stone. So I'm using now our number 2 detailing brush, and literally start to pick out the stones. So there we go. Obviously we're going to wait again now for that to dry, so put the last highlight on, which will really pick the detail out. Again, like, this is a really basic colour, basic thing to do. You're going to start to really start to pop when we're putting the foliage on. It's all about getting these little babies on the table and starting to enjoy them. Okay, so now we've done this, once they are dry, we're going to use the sky grey on the stones. So all you're doing now is picking out the grey, so you're highlighting the grey to show them stones pop out. Yeah? So again, dry brush, take the paint off, and lightly over the top. And like I said, I'm old, I need to get my glasses on. So there we go, guys, one set of resin bocage painted up. The colours have been selected by our head of design who designed these and made these, which is David Heathfield. Yeah. I'm sure you guys, some of you guys out there are going to be far better painters than I am, and you know, I mean, I'll have a lot more time to do it, but I hope that this has just given you a little bit of an insight and a little bit of help and tips on how to do it, and hopefully the kit will make it easy for you as well. So go and grab yourself a cup of coffee now while we're waiting for this lot to dry. Hopefully now you've had your cup of coffee and I've had my haircut. So we finished off the last stage with the painting, with the paint set. You can see that the bocage now is dry, ready to go to the next level, which is adding the foliage to it. Okay, so all the kits that you buy will come with all the foliage. You've got a big bag, which is sort of your ground foliage, which you'll start from. Which you'll add that and add the height. Then we've got the flower ones, just to add a little bit of colour to them. There's a flower one and a red berry one, just to add a little bit of different texture and different colours to them. Then as well, we've got an olive one there and a light green. So what we do is that you can see from here that with the figure, the bocage itself, which is the bankment itself, is still lower than the models themselves. Okay, and these are bog standard both action figures. Okay, so what we'll do is we use the foliage then to add the height to start. So because obviously all the Bocage, as we all know, was higher than the walking soldier. So okay, so what I use, nice and quick. So you can use any glues. It doesn't matter what. There's no rule to use. I use super glue because it just goes off quicker for us. And I'm doing it for the video. It goes off quicker. I can show you quicker. You can use our glue, our standard glue. You can use PVA. You can use anything, as long as it sticks. PVA, you're there for about 4 years until it goes off. Any other good glues like our glue, our FTG or our general glue, that's good enough. But again, we'll sell super glue on the website anyway, so you can get it all. So now then, you want to be as random as you possibly can. Yeah, like I always say, people see me doing demos in any railway shows, is that when you create in nature, if you make a mistake, it turns into a good idea. At the end of the day, you create in nature. There is no right or wrong way of doing it. You just want to be as random as you can, and it'll look better then. So just get tear little bits off the clump, yeah, and then just start building up. You want to try and keep the detail on the bottom and a bit of earth at the bottom. You can put a little bit of foliage in if you want to, but for you, put a bit of glue on. Yeah. Stick a bit of foliage on, like so. Put some down here. Yeah, the super glue for me is going off quite quickly. Now you can go on top of it if you want to. A little ball patch for there. Stick a bit of the clump foliage for there. Now you can see all of a sudden that I've gone from a bank with nothing on, with some greenery on, and I'm starting to build that height. You can see that it's almost higher than him. So if I want now, let's add a different colour. Let's put a different colour in there. So we'll put a little bit of green, olive green in there. Alright, just move that to the side. And you want smaller bits of olive green just to break it up. You can put a bit by here. Some there. Again, I've select some different colours again. So this is the red berry that I'm adding. So I want to go this to go on top because it's starting to flower. And again, there we go. There's his line of sight has gone there. Now you can see that he's. There we go. Let's go one more on top of there, maybe. Well, gone. You can't see him. So, and it is just now a case of just building up. Like I say, use the dark green one just to build the bocage up, all the foliage up. Pick some pieces up. Right, guys, that's it. Done, finished. Yeah, it's not going to take you long. Yeah, you've got everything. You know, if you buy the paint set, you can paint it. Yeah, up to a level, up to a nice standard. And then you get all the foliage stuff that you can put the foliage on, and you can see that you've got hidden troops. Yeah, they're hidden. So that guy goes behind there, you can't see him. That guy goes behind there, you can't see him. Yeah, but I've also left little loops in there as well, so you can fire through, as they did back in the battle of the Bocage. Some at the back here are some of the pieces that we've got. Other pieces that we've got. These are our feature pieces, where you can see there's like on the corners. There's like a little rabbit sticking his head out. There's a field mouse on this one. You can see badgers and foxes here. Little sandbag details by here. On here there's a stoat. and on this one is a hedgehog. You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of fun for that as well, for you to paint extras. You can see that some of them come with the trees on it as well, and in the up and coming videos that I'm going to be doing, I'll show you quickly how to make a tree. It's done in seconds, boys, right? So you know what I mean? It's great. So that's it basically. That is it in a nutshell. Yeah, it's been released for D-Day to June the 6th. I think it's on the website right now, and Josh will put all the website details on there when he finishes editing and everything. All this will be available in different kits. Yeah, from the small kits right up to the big kits where you get everything in there, including roads and bridges and stone walls and stuff like that. You can do a small little battle table, a skirmish table, to a full-on, you know what I mean, award-winning tables and stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learn a little bit, or you know what I mean, or take some tips from it. Please leave comments, and the guys will get back to you. You need anything, you need to speak to me, give me a ring as well. You know what I mean, back at HQ, I got no problem at all. Incidentally, we're up in Warlord in their opening day in July the 20th, I believe, as well. So again, if any of you are around there, come and have a chat with us. We'll see what we can do. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the pieces. Enjoy our products. And happy gaming, guys. Ta-ra.